Well, guys, James Gunn's Superman. It seems little by little I'm getting less excited about this movie. The more we're starting to learn about it, the more I'm like, oh man, I don't know about this. Now, Superman in the comic books and of course in the Richard Donner movie with Christopher Reeve, Superman was fighting for truth, justice, and the American way.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember in Superman 2, at the end of the movie, very good scene, Superman is flying with the American flag and returning it to the White House. Mm-hmm. Very powerful and patriotic moment. Superman is an American. Grew up here, of course, he's an alien. You know, remember, this is comic books now. But he always fought for that. And then what happened, I think this is around 2020. The new comic books started coming out and it was woke. And they abandoned the American way. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they came out with Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow. They refused to say the American way.
Well, some people think he's not American, which is he's not American because he's from Krypton. But let me say this, but in the TV show, the Smallville that we see, that, okay, he's came from Krypton and landed in American soil. And remember that his adopted dad went to Lex Luthor father for gave him a passport or something.
I don't remember. I mean, we're talking about a TV show that came out like 25 years ago. It's pretty. That's a long time because Smallville loved that show, but it came out like 25 years ago. But overall, that part really doesn't matter. It's Superman in the comic books is American. He fights for American values. But in the modern woke age, these people in Hollywood, there's a big communist code out there. They just hate America. And they started having these woke comic book writers, and they would come out and, Superman can't fight for the American way. And they did some LGBT stuff. All this stuff is based in Marxism, really. But James Gunn, he's also admitting the American way. He's changing it to the human way. I don't like this. I do not like this. It says here, at first, it looked like the American way wasn't making its way into the latest Superman film. But there turns out to be more to it than that. James Gunn isn't leaving the old slogan out of the marketing, but he is changing it to fit these, quote, modern sensibilities.
What is modern sensibility?
Of course, these people hate America. So they want to eliminate the American way. So this picture right here, Superman with the American flag. Man, Chris Gore of Film Thread leaked the initial intel. Now we have concrete evidence to corroborate. According to a description on some merchandise dug up by Cosmic Book News, Superman's values of truth and justice are accompanied by a different way, the human way. Quote, Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent. As the embodiment of truth, justice, and human way, he soon finds himself in a world that views these as old-fashioned. Reads the box of resin figure with a big head that looks like actor David Corenswet. Wow. So right there in the marketing, truth, justice, and the human way.
Do you think this kind of saying where when saying that there's more like deal with the political issue?
What do you mean?
Like he changed the slogan which maybe he's thinking the political issue that we are having now or something like that.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah. I mean, as a country, we're pretty divided. We're divided mainly by the pro-Americans and the people that hate America. And it seems like he's kind of pandering to those people because how dare Superman actually represent the American way?
okay, let's push out the political out of the way. I'm just saying that Superman is a franchise where the slogan is truth, justice,
And
and
in
the
America,
American way.
it's been around for 80 years. It goes back. You even mentioned it right here. It goes back to the 1940s.
Yeah, and if they're going to reboot the movie or continuing the
Well, they say this isn't necessarily a reboot per se.
no, but if they are going to continue like having a Superman, then maybe they shouldn't change it.
Yeah, they shouldn't change it. They actually should embrace the American way, and more people would probably actually go out there and watch it.
It's kind of like like Snow White in the original anime movie. And the new one, they change it to a different whole story.
because like in Snow White, modern days she can't be rescued by a prince, so we're not gonna have a prince.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Snow White anymore.
So
The American way is at the core of Superman. This is ridiculous, man.
So
Why?
Superman has changed it to the human way?
The human way. Wow. They really need to bring back the American way. It's almost like they're kind of scared. They're so terrified, it seems. Anything that's like pro-American, they think they're not going to win some people. But newsflash, when Top Gun Maverick came out, it was pro-American, and a whole bunch of people went and saw it. It made over $1 billion, $1.3 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't woke, no agendas. It was a good Navy movie. And people loved it. But we have to see what happens with this one. I don't know. I'm kind of turned off by this. So, gonna leave it right there, guys. We'll be back tomorrow on another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.